Chapter 300 of Blue Lock just dropped. I'm not even gonna waste any time, we're just gonna get straight into it. We pick up right where we left off with Nagi talking to Reo. We see a little flashback of the good old days, them on their bike. This is stuff we've seen before in episode Nagi, the movie, even Reo's backstory. We know this visual all too well. Nagi saying, "Hey Reo, I don't regret any of it. It's like Ego says. I think I was satisfied." Nagi's slowly getting up, Reo's looking on. Ego's still aura farming from that devious chapter last week. Holy shit. Nagi continues. "Beating Isagi and playing soccer with you forever really would have been enough, but that dream was no good. My dream was too small for me. To keep living in Blue Lock, it was childish." Isagi's looking on. Apparently, this is still being streamed to everyone on the fucking planet. Yeah, I don't even blame Ego for doing this, because as emotional as it is, people around the world, all the millions of subscribers, are probably locked the fuck in listening to this shit right now. "Back then, if I hadn't relied on you, when I couldn't beat Isagi and was frustrated, I wonder if I would have had a different future." He's looking dead at Reo. Reo's getting more tears in his eyes. And then we're at the Bastion perspective. We can see literally Hiyori, Nanase, Zantetsu, they're all looking at this shit. "Sorry, Reo. In the end, wanting to be the world's best wasn't as strong a feeling as my fear of being separated from you." Oh my god, like I personally perceive Nagi and Reo as friends because that's just better for me. I have friends that I do talk to this way, but you know, like I can't blame anyone for saying it's more than that. I really can't, because the way they talk is pretty crazy. "You managed to get strong, but I couldn't find a new dream, and I'm sorry I passed you." And look at Reo, man. He's covering his mouth. He literally can't breathe, man. He is struggling. He has sweat and tears all over. "Sorry I couldn't shoot on my own. I broke our promise." And Reo grabs Nagi's shoulders. "That's enough. Don't apologize, Nagi. You did nothing wrong." Look at him. Why are they doing this to me? Why? Bro, I think like the day I see this animated, I might actually just I might start tweaking out. I might just cry endlessly for what the hell, man? Nagi's looking surprised and Reo goes on. "You didn't even like soccer, but you still went along with my dream. I'm sorry I forced you. It made you try hard. You don't need to try anymore. You don't need to apologize." And Nagi, he grabs Reo's wrist. "Reo, I was happy. You're forceful, selfish, and nervous, but being with you showed me so many new sides of myself." Reo looks taken aback. Ego's leaning in. Like, at this point, I don't even think it's about the numbers. I think Ego's actually interested in whatever's happening here. "I got fired up about soccer. I found I could feel frustrated and uncool. I said lots of mean things to you, and I learned how amazing it feels to win." And we see flashbacks of all of Nagi's moments. Honestly, this is just hitting me in the gut more, seeing like not just Nagi, but like the art evolution. Like, we've been with this character for so long, man. "And I started to miss you when you weren't around." Oh my god, like why is this happening? "Reo, life was just a pain for me, and you gave me light. Everything that's happened since I met you has been the treasure of my life." Oh my god. I think the author, he just wants me to cry, like on mic. He wants me to like cry at this video. Cause I'm actually being serious, like recording aside, like jokes aside, my eyes are like actually getting watery. Oh my god. And we're seeing more flashbacks from them hanging out, Nagi being carried. Jesus Christ. But maybe when I felt that way, I had already lost. Since being with you became the most important thing, I stopped being a prodigy. We see another image of his ego fading away, just like it did after he scored the 5-shot revolver. I'm sure if we'd gone our own ways, we would have ended up stronger. We even might have become the world's best. But this is the end of us being the world's best together, huh? We see an image of the World Cup fading, Reo's dream fading. I really do wonder if that's what this is. Is this like Reo's dream fading? Because there's no way. Like, I know losing Nagi is like an insane deal for him, but there's no way he gives up on the World Cup now. I really wonder if this is symbolic from that, and I feel like we're going to learn that in the next coming chapters. I really hope Reo can bounce back from this healthily, because I know this is such a big deal for him, and god, I feel so bad. Oh, no. And then Nagi grabs Reo by the head. "Goodbye, Reo. Become the world's best on your own." And then Reo leans into a full sob as Nagi walks away. We see Igaguri crying. You didn't even know Nagi like that, man. Baro, he's taking it in silently. I really didn't expect him to cry at all. Zantetsu's crying, but you know what What I'm more surprised with is that this fucked him up so bad that he deadass switched jerseys. He's wearing the fucking Manshine jersey even though he plays on PXG. That's how much he reps Ryo and Nagi. He literally switched jerseys. He fucking ran over to their stadium, jumped one of the players, stole their jersey, hit the body in the locker room, came back to the bastard field, put the jersey on, and now he's crying. Zantetsu, you're a real one. We see Chigiri looking all quiet, but it's pretty obvious that he has a tear in his eye. Kunigami, he doesn't really care. I don't know why he would. Bachira, he definitely doesn't care. You know, I tried seeing some people say on Twitter that Bachira's crying. No, he is not. No, he is not. I promise you, he is fine with this. He is more than fine with this. In fact, part of me thinks he's actually happy. And then Nagi! Ryo and Nagi are silhouetted, and we see Isagi shouting at him. Nagi looks back. Isagi, he's surprised. Nagi. We see tears in Isagi's eyes. He's tearing up crazy. Don't stop playing soccer! We get a panel of Isagi aura farming in tears as he's telling Nagi not to give up. This is next level aura farming, bro. Like, how are you gonna be breaking down in tears and still have aura all over you? Like, if that's not a protagonist, I don't know what is, man. Then we get the next page, a close-up of Nagi looking back at Isagi quietly. Blue Lock Phase 2, Neo Aegis League complete. We see all the other losers start walking away into the loser's gate, but most importantly, in the close-up of Nagi, if we look into his eye, we can very clearly see a flame, signifying that he is indeed gonna come back. I have more thoughts on that, but we'll get back to that after the chapter. The next phase, the U20 World Cup. As Nagi enters the loser's gate, we see Ryo and Isagi crying as we end the chapter with the word losers. Oh my god, this was an emotional chapter, emotional and a half. Like, I'm actually like very, I don't know, I'm broken. I am broken. That there's no other way to put it. I'm broken. I'm already such a big Ryo fan, and seeing him cry last chapter was bad enough, but I feel like this was sadder than last chapter. Actually hearing Nagi say everything, telling Ryo that everything they've done since they met has been the treasure of his life. Dude, imagine one of your friends says that to you before giving up on your dream together. I would, oh my god, man. No, I can't. I would break down. I'd be worse than Ryo, man. I would run over to Ego's office. I'd jump the shit out of him. I'd start beating the fuck out of Ego, bro. Like, how's he doing this to a 17-year-old man? And getting back to what I was saying about seeing the fire in Nagi's eye, I'm really curious about what this will mean for the future of Nagi, because obviously it means he's gonna come back at some point. Like, that's a given. We all sort of knew Nagi was gonna come back. It seems like he's not gonna be in the World Cup arc because it seems like we're just jumping straight into it, but he is gonna come back at some point, I am sure of. And the fact that this fire lit in his eye after Isagi told him to not give up, it kind of reinforces this idea that Hiyori was going over in one of the past games, where he talks about how Isagi constantly has expectations for everyone, but it's not because he wants something out of them personally, it's because he has a dream that is being shared with all of them. And I find that kind of beautiful, because those are like really healthy expectations, and it seems like Nagi is looking into that and is feeling fired up by it. Obviously, I think being fired up by Isagi's expectations isn't completely the right thing. Like Hiyori, I think Nagi does need to find something that fires him up on his own, but this is planting a nice seed, and I think it does have a lot of potential. As for the next phase, U20 World Cup, I'm really surprised. I thought we were really gonna get a whole nother arc before we actually got to play the World Cup, or before we actually got to see the World Cup, but it looks like that is just gonna be the next phase, because if you guys remember correctly, after the U20 match, they said the next phase was the Neo Aegis League, and then we jumped straight into it pretty much after the break. So maybe we're gonna get like a string of chapters outside of Blue Lock as a little break thing for completing the Neo Aegis League, but then, I don't know, I think it might just be onto the World Cup. I was really riding on the fact that we would see the characters all play in their respected clubs that they got offers for, but it seems like that's not the case. Another thing with Isagi and Nagi is I find it really impactful with this tweet I found, where Isagi's literal first words to him are, "Don't underestimate soccer," and now he's telling Nagi not to give up on it. Oh my god, the character dynamic is so good, and the way it's evolved so thoroughly. Nagi is such an amazing character, and I don't want anyone to understate that, because he really has been with us since the beginning and has been through so much with Isagi and everyone else. He has been there for us in the first selection when he scored his 2 crazy goals. Then he awakened in the game, realizing he likes soccer. Then we had him in the second selection, betraying Rayo, joining Isagi's team, going crazy with him, and he even scored the very first goal in the World Cup. Hey, post-editing Randers here. I obviously meant he scored the first goal in the U20 match. His ass is not playing in the World Cup. And to top it all off, of course, we have the fateful 5-shot revolver. This is a character that I am genuinely surprised to see go. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Nagi. I know there's a lot of people that don't like his relationship with Rayo, but I don't think that makes his character any less good than it is individually. And the fact that this is the end of the arc, chapter 300, it's just so fitting on so many levels, and I genuinely cannot wait to see where things go from here, because knowing that the World Cup is just around the corner, I'm really curious what happens now. Does Rayo become the quiet kid of Blue Lock? Does everyone else kind of just move on awkwardly? But is Io gonna say something to them to fire them up again? Like, I don't know. I don't know what could happen, and I'm not even sure if I want to take a guess, because I would just feel stupid doing so. But yeah, next week we're on a break, but I'll also get a video out for you guys then. But until then, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.